Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? I spilled a little bit of cappuccino here. I normally don't drink cappuccino. It's been a while. It's all the foam and stuff. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the stock. And you're like wondering why the hell are we talking about this company? Well, let me tell you. When I took a couple business courses, the best one that I remember are the ones that talk about failure. I remember analyzing the financial sheets of Circuit City. I think Sears, and since then I started analyzing companies that go bankrupt. Sears, JCPenney, and every bit of failure I learn in management is something that I could be better at, because then I could sense and smell any red flags that emerge. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the financials. Unfortunately, a lot of people that invest in Mullen, unfortunately, they do not understand these numbers, right? We had this discussion yesterday on our private group regarding not even my significant other, who has 3 undergraduate degrees, 2 masters, and soon to getting an MD. She cannot understand these simple questions. Like, for example, how many millions are in a billion? So I'm going to ask you this question for you guys. How many millions are in a billion? Because think about it. If you truly are wanting to invest in a company, don't you should know how these large numbers work? Shouldn't you know how these convert? Like, that's like a no-brainer. Because if you don't understand the big numbers, then how are you going to be able to read the financial statements? And how do you know you're not getting ripped off? So how many millions are in a billion? The answer is 1,000, right? Because let's say someone's worth $900 million. If you add another 100 million, they'll be worth 1 billion. So get it? 900 plus 100, 1,000 millions, right? Will give you 1 billion. How about how many billions in 1 trillion, right? There are about 1,000 billions in 1 trillion, right? Because again, you have 900 billion, you add another 100 billion. Okay, that's 1,000 billion in to make 1 trillion. So problem is there's a lot of people out there that don't understand these terminologies. So when they try to compete in Wall Street, they get screwed and they get destroyed. So in this video, for all the people that are maybe potentially new, that don't understand Mullen, that they know Mullen more than me, you guys, now I'm going to show you where your pitfalls are going to be. Now, this video may be very hard for you. Maybe you lost a lot of money. In fact, I just got reminded, before Michelle heads out, do me a favor, Michelle. I'm live right now. Can you please get me my phone? I think it's in the bathroom, maybe. I don't know. Check the bathroom. Maybe it's in the bathroom. I was doing my hair, so. All right. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is the Mac has a new package now where I'm able to look at iPhone mirroring. Right? So there's Tracks. I like Tracks. He's a nice guy. The question now is there. Oh, this is beautiful. So let me tell you what I'm trying to see here. The question is, this is iPhone mirroring, but can I make it bigger? That's it. That's as big as it gets. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. That's as big a simple engineering that could have fixed that. All right, no worries. So let me show you what I'm looking at here. Okay. So this is the iPhone mirror. Okay. So this mirrors my iPhone. Okay. What I want to do is I want to go to Webull and I want to open up Webull to talk about Mullen. And then I'm going to show you some comments from poor retail investors. Okay. So I've never done this before. So and this is a live. I wish I could make it bigger, but I can't. So we'll just look at feed. And then let's look at this guy. Happy is happy. PS, do your own DD before gambling. Okay, this guy Happy knows is gambling. Let's see. Your hard-earned money, this criminal stealing, better buy SG Gov. Let's read these. You can sleep better at night than deal with criminals. Corporation dump on you. Institutions dump on you. These are all comments I'm reading to you all, right? We're going to go through these comments, but the point we're going to end up doing today is you may not like this. For the people that have invested in Mullen, you may not like this. I've made videos in the past talking about how this is a garbage company. And, a lot of people were disagreeing because, that's people, it's hard for people to take feedback. So this might be hurtful, but for the people that stay in this video to the end and actually watch how I go through a company and how I determine those red flags, you will walk out of this a champion, and you'll know more than about 95% of Americans. Okay. You'll be in the top 5%. And if you go deeper, you could be in the top 1%. Okay. For all intensive purposes, yes, I'm a multimillionaire. Yes, I've made a lot of money in the stock market. And yes, I've been in this game for 14 years. And what I like to do is I like to show you guys what I'm doing and what I'm using. I'm in the healthcare field, and my dream was always and it still is to become a doctor, right? I'm in medical school. But what I realized is when patients come to me, it's already too late. They already had a hemorrhagic stroke where that's it. They're going to be in, long-term acute care facility for the rest of their life. They've already are on dialysis, and they have maybe less than 5 years of life left to live, potentially. That's the data, right? It's terrible. So how could we prevent this? Well, you need to give people more money, better food, better neighborhoods, better activities, better foods to decrease diabetes, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So that's the idea. So in this video, let's go ahead. And before we go to the comments, let's go to the data. Okay. So as you can see, Mullen right now is trading at 31 cents. 5 days ago, it was trading at 72 cents. They diluted shareholders again. A month ago, they were trading at $7.95, which is not correct because all the reverse stock splits. And in November, they were trading at $19,000, which is also not correct. Right now, that's what it is. It's because all of the reverse stock splits. In my history of 14 years in the market, I've never seen a company do this many reverse stock splits to a point where The company now's market cap is worth $680,000. Yes, that's a K. That is a K. Okay. So the company now is worth less than $1 million. I could buy this whole company right now. I can buy it. I can buy this whole company. The question is, will I? Absolutely not. Because one, the CEO's shares are most likely not diluted. You have to look at the SEC. And two, they'll dilute you to hell. They'll dilute you to hell even more. Okay. And three, they're not making any money. But how do you know this? How do I know this? Okay. We got to go deeper. Let me look at the comments. What's going on? JC, J Crazy in the house. What's going on? How you doing, Doug? All of the revenue stock, reverse stock splits, and the YouTubers encouraging retail to buy the Mullen dip. Horrible. How many delisting notices can one man take before realizing it's not a business worth buying? Exactly. All right. All right. So, yeah, I mean, I hope they, this is whoever lost money, call it tuition to the stock market. Our platform tries to help you avoid these tuitions, but sometimes you can't. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look up the financial chart. Okay. We're going to look at zoom in and we're going to look. This is Mullen. Okay. I see some weird revenue spurs here, but now the revenue is 0.371. Okay. Gross margins are negative 1,000. So that's weird. Operating margins. I've never seen numbers like this. This is the most shittiest company I've ever studied in my life. This is the most craziest company. The book value now is negative. It's never going to get to 437,000. Free cash flow is negative 200. Net income is they're burning. They burnt almost $1 billion in 2023. They burnt 457, almost $500 million in 2024. So I've never seen crap like this in my life. Honestly, guys, I'm curious to see kind of what our enhanced AI is going to, honestly, I think it's going to say override. This is bullshit. Again, this is our stock terminal. We're going to utilize our, this is the stock terminal I created. This is synthesizing strategic financial intelligence. I think it's just strategic financial garbage, right? So, but we're going to go ahead and see what it says. So we'll put this to the side, right? We'll put this to the side. Safe travels, Michelle. All right. All right. So, okay. Yeah, she's going to a wedding. I'm not going because I'm busy. All right. So as that's loading, let's look up Mullen's financial statements. Okay. As this is loading, now it's finally loading the chart. So now our strategic financial intelligence is populating. I'm curious to see what it says. Revenue collapsed to $0 in 2022, likely due to operational disruptions. Share dilution, shares outstanding explode. Oh, shit. I've never seen my AI use this. I've never seen my AI use this word in my life. Let me see. Where's again? This is by the way, for people that are like wondering what the hell is this? This is the data that people have that are fighting you, right? This is why people are beating you in the stock market because they have access to this data. So we're destroying people like you because you're on your little Weebles and Robinhood and your stock twits, and people like us will eat you alive, right? So where the hell is the word exploded? Jesus, where the hell? I gotta. I've never. Okay, shares outstanding exploded by 23,000% increase in 2023, severely diluting EPS. Implication: equity erosion and dilution make the stock highly speculative. Long-term investors face significant risk. Sadly. Jesus Christ. High risk speculative outlook. Jesus. Key metrics to watch: revenue growth. No, I don't see that. Gross margin stabilization. No, they're still losing money. Share dilution trends. It's like, just see how many times they dilute. Final notice. Read the final notice. Proceed with extreme caution. Mullen remains high risk speculative asset. It's garbage. This is garbage. AKA is garbage. Okay. This is hot trash. I've never seen trash like this in my freaking life. Okay. All right. Now let me teach you how to spot this trash. Okay. So first things first, let's go to the balance sheet because I want to look at this other trash here. Okay. I want you to look at Mullen here. So throughout its history, 2020, there are more assets than liabilities. Assets, for folks that don't know, because you got to know this, assets are aggregated value of everything the company owns, both current and non-current, right? Liabilities are all debts and financial obligations owed, both current and non-current. Current is within the next 12 months. Non-current is above that. So what you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, is that throughout the history of Mullen, they've always had more liabilities than assets. You might ask yourself, wait, but Al, 2022 and 2023, they had a lot of assets. We're talking 302 million to 145 million of liabilities to 421. So why do you think that is? Okay. Well, let's see. Let's look at the cash flow statement. Let's figure that out. So what happened in 2022 and 2023? I mean, I don't have to tell you what happened. You experienced it. There's two different types of people in this world. People that learn from their own mistakes and people that learn from other people's mistakes. Be the other type. Learn from other people's mistakes so you don't make it yourself. Because then you are stuck eating the crap and the consequences of what that endures. So here's your 2022 common stock issued, right? Look at that. 42 million shares of common stock issued. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Even at the end. So first off, you want to always look, does the company have more assets or liabilities? So this can trick you. So that's why you got to go here and you got to go to free cash flow. Okay, fine. They got all these assets in 2022 and 2023. Are they making money? Is their free cash flow positive? No. They're burning off all those assets. So all that free cash flow is getting burned. Okay, if you're not following what I'm saying, then you should not be in the stock market. Okay? If this is the first time you've seen these numbers, then you have been scammed by your early childhood. You've been scammed by your family. You've been scammed by the educational system. You've been scammed because you did not have good family members to teach you. That's still not an excuse. You can't blame your family. I started off homeless and look where I am now, right? Multimillionaire. But you were scammed by your teachers. And also, let me just tell you something. You were scammed by yourself. You were scammed by yourself because, there are some people on here that are like, screw this guy. Okay, stay poor. Stay poor, right? Stay freaking poor and work your 9 to 5 and go invest in, Dogecoin and go enjoy that, right? So if you're not understanding this, then we got some serious problems. You got to, if I was you, I would pause every bit of this video in ChatGPT and Google everything that I'm saying. All right. So you could see, even when the assets in 2022 and 2023 were high, you could see the liabilities, nothing happened. Why did the liabilities not decrease? Because the intrinsics of the company is trash. They're losing negative 77 million of free cash flow and negative 287 million. And also look at net income in that same year. Negative 700 let me zoom in so you can see this trash right in your eyes here. Negative $740 million and negative 1 billion. Again, there's that's 1,000. You're like, no, Al, that's $1,000. No, these numbers are in millions. Like I told you in the beginning of the video, how many millions are in 1 billion? 1,000 millions are in 1 billion. If you can't understand that simple little conversion, then holy crap, you are easy prey. You are the little fish that people like us and Wall Street look for. You like work 9 to 5 and you go in Wall Street and you think that you're going to become rich. People like us will eat you alive. Okay? It's crazy. It's crazy. You have to understand the math. If you don't understand there's 1,000 millions and 1 billion, how the hell are you supposed to read and see that there are $1 billion in the loss? They lost $1 billion in 2023, and then you have these YouTubers say, "Buy the dip, buy the." Are you crazy? So you have. Let's repeat. You have more liabilities than assets. There were 2 years where they had more assets than liabilities. Why do you think that is? How did they get that money? Because they sure didn't sell shit. They got it because they got it from you. They diluted you. They raised money. And what did they do with that money? Did they pay their liabilities? No. No, they have a cash burning business. They're burning $1 billion in 1 year. Let's look at another thing. I mean, I'm like pissed. I'm pissed looking at this. Like, this is why financial literacy is important, because people lose so much money. Okay, so cash at the beginning, cash at the end. Let's look at that. Cash at the beginning of the period, cash at the end. Let's graph these metrics. And this is part of the Alstock. This is my terminal that I created. Normally, you would have to pay $2,500 a month to get access to a Bloomberg terminal. Our terminal does it, and it's a lot cheaper. Literally $1 billion in net income loss. Are you kidding me? Could have donated that to freaking charity. My God. Oh God, I don't want to look at this garbage. I just want to puke just looking at this. Looking at this makes me want to throw up. Oh God. Oh, that's just disgusting. Oh God. Are you kidding me? Oh. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? In 2022 and 2023, we understand their assets grew, right? Which is why they have more cash at the end of the period. Okay? Because they diluted the crap out of shareholders. Now look at 2024. They had $155 million of cash. Now they only have $10.75 million. I have more money than this. I have more money than this company. Are you kidding me? They have literally $10.75 million in cash from $155 million. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is, and you know what's sad? You know what's sad? A lot of people, exactly. This is disgusting. That's what this is. And again, you're part of our lifetime access because you know how to read this. You know how to read these numbers. I believe Mullen short interest was high as well. Easy short. This is an easy short. I mean, honest to God, I could have put $1 million and I would have made, how much? You know how much money I would have made shorting the stock? I would have made millions of dollars shorting the stock. Which goes back to what Dish Acorns was saying. You can use our data to short, but the problem is I tend to not short because you can work against you. You have to have the liquidity. But still, when there's writing on the wall like this is such an easy short. You short this down to hell. That's what this is. Okay. Oh, this is just disgusting. Oh God, this is just terrible. Oh God. Look. Look at the cash and cash equivalents. They went from 100, remember I showed you 155 million to $10 million. Where do you think they got all that cash from? Because they're a good business? You think that's where they got it from? They got all this cash And now they only got 10 million in the bank. So they got 10 million in the bank, and they got about total current. So now let's look at total current assets. So current is within the next 12 months. So that means they got to pay this in the next 12 months. So let's look at total current assets, total current liabilities. Let's go ahead and update this graph. Oh God. This company's going bankrupt. This company's going bankrupt. I mean, look. 63 million of total current assets, meaning that they got $63 million where they can sell, right? But they got 183 million of liabilities current, which means that they're due in the next 12 months, which means that they got to sell more shares. But the problem is the stock is going to zero. I mean, for the love of God, the stock is worth less than $700,000. The whole company is worth less than $700,000. Why? You might ask, well, Al, if they have that many assets, why don't you just buy the company? You can't. Because look at the total assets. They have $178 million of assets, but look at the total liabilities. They have 183. So if I was to buy this whole company right now, I would have to owe $5 million. I would have to pay $5 million. So back in the day, Warren Buffett said, sometimes you can find stocks that are trading in pennies that have more assets than liabilities, right? They have more assets than liabilities. So you can take advantage of that. I'll give you an example so you can see what I'm saying here. If you look at Clover, look at the assets. They got about 343 million. Oh, so that's total. Look at the total assets. They got about 580 million. And look at total current liabilities, 213 million. So if you subtract those two, 580 minus 213. If I buy all of Clover, I'll have 367 million, which it traded near that value, which is insane, right? So we can go ahead and graph here. You could see, look, 2020 you can exclude because that's when they became public. 2021, look at the assets and liabilities. See how assets is always more. Also, look at the cash. Look at the cash in, cash out for Clover. The stock was dropping, but then now it reversed in 2024, right? And I was counting on that reversal as I was analyzing it, right? Which is why if you look at Clover, for folks that are trying to figure out kind of what's going on, Clover 1 year is up 377%. Okay? It's all numbers. It's all math. So again, sorry to get riled up, guys. This is just really sad. To all the people that are invested in Mullen, if this is the first time you heard this, seeing these numbers, you have a couple decisions to make. You can choose to ignore this, and at that point, I wouldn't call you ignorant. I would call you stupid, right? Or you could choose to say, you know what? I lost a lot of money, but you know what? This is the tax I have to pay to be on Wall Street. Now I understand that this is some serious stuff, that there are some things that I could have figured out that this company was lying to me. This company wasn't really doing anything. And there are metrics that I could use. There's other things I want to show you, but I mean, there isn't really a point, to be honest. I mean, I'm a little curious. Let me look at Mullen here. Let's look at institutional ownership. they all sold. Look at institutions. They own 0. Like, let's look at the ownership percent. Institutions, there are some synthetic shorting happen here. But now they just literally, which I honestly, like, this is such an easy short. What a win. This is such an easy short. Look at all the, so look at the, wow. Wow. It's done. This company's done. That's it. There's no company left. That's why a lot of people say technical analysis, what technical analysis? If there's no business, if there's no company, then it's sad. Literally, they have $10 million left. They're gonna dilute more. That's it. That's it. I mean, that's what more do you want? That's it. So a way to learn from this is you got to look at the balance sheet. Right? You got to look at the assets, liabilities. You got to look at the total current assets and divided by the total current liabilities to give you something called the current ratio. The current ratio gives you enough liquidity. Do they have enough liquidity to pay off their short-term debt obligations? Let me see if I can find this here. So let's look at Mullen. I'm curious to see what their current ratio is. I've never seen it. I've never seen it this low in my life. Look at that current ratio. 0.34. And remember, current ratio measures a company's ability to pay short-term obligations. It's current assets divided by current liabilities. So a ratio above 1 indicates current assets exceed current liabilities, suggesting short-term liquidity. Problem is it's below 1. In fact, it's like 38. Yeah, guys. The people that own the stock are dead in the water. Now the sad part is a lot of people that own the stock now are going to say the stock market's a gamble. Buy them out. No, that's the problem. 3D machines, right? That's the problem. If I buy them out, then there's more liabilities and assets to where I have to pay off the liabilities, which means I have to pay $5 million more. That's unless they're able to fix it, and then maybe I might be able to sweep in. But why would you? You would just have to sell everything for parts. That's pretty much what it's a terrible business, right? And you're not going to get full price on those parts. So terrible business. I'm sure the people that bought, they're going to pretty much say the stock market's a gamble, right? The stock market's a gamble, right? They're going to say, I'm never touching the stock market. The stock market's a gamble. That's what they're going to say, right? Right? If it's a gamble, then why does top 10% of the wealthiest people own 90% of the stock market? 93% now, I think. Right? So you got a couple decisions. You can either quit and be a quitter, which I honestly, if you don't know if you don't know how many millions are in a billion or how many billions are in a trillion, then then it's best maybe it's best, right? But there is a way to make money. There is a way, but you really got to understand. I mean, you see all the data. I mean, you really have that. You really have to know how to interpret this data. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go to the comments here. Let's connect to the iPhone here. Oh, I can make it larger. No way. Ooh, okay. Good job, iPhone. Okay. All right. So now you see this? Hope you see it. So let's read it. People are messaging, like people are active right now. Mullen is where you trade your money in for pain. Let's see. There's no management. You're buying a stock for a company that was folded. They have moved on to the next scam. Look it up. Okay. Thousands have been lost while SEC looks the other way. Listen, JD Money. Okay, I'm responding to the Weeble guy. Listen, JD Money. Okay, it's your responsibility to understand how, if you're going to invest in something, Wall Street will leave you out to dry, and it's you've already signed your brokerage thing to where you gotta look at the financials. The only person who's got scammed is you scammed yourself. Okay. All right. Let's see. I guess I don't know who this guy is. Maybe is that like the CEO or something? I don't know. Yeah, people are buying. Yeah, because they're. Let's see what they say. Wow. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking through the comments here. Don't look at this guy. Don't buy this scam until it's 4 pennies. No, like no mention of financials. Oh yeah, 4 pennies. This guy seems like he's bullish. This guy's saying is they're selling the cars and vans. It's a good thing that they do a reverse stock split. They need to do it 6 more times though this year. This is insane. I read a comment in here saying, how can people laugh at us with our pain and misery? Oh my God. Yeah, well, let's look at, as you said, let's look at the Reddit comments. Let's see what Reddit has to say. Mullen stock. Oh no, Mullen Reddit maybe. Let's see. Oh shoot, here it is. We'll do these two. Let's see what they say. Let's see. Wow. Let's see. Another RS coming. Another RS voting coming. Yeah, because they have to dilute. We talked about it. They have more liabilities than they have more total current liabilities and total current assets because they have. Let's see what these comments say. Nothing. Look at this guy. Nothing else to see here. Please disperse. Yeah, you could have seen it, but you didn't. So this guy laughing. The stock market cap will soon be $100. No one want. I mean, yeah. I mean, this is just sad. Let's see. They're talking about the CEO compensation. I guess how he's making $49 million. Yeah. Wow. This guy comparing it to BBIG. False breakouts. What false breakouts? Like, dude, this is like, why are you in this company? Like, are you? Ladies and gentlemen, the people that are watching our YouTube channel, People that are part of our lifetime access stock terminal. As you can see here, this is who you're competing against. Look at this guy. Let's ride. So this guy's average cost in Mullen is $9.50. It's 50% of his portfolio diversity. 50% of this guy's portfolio is in Mullen, and he's down $30,000. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, are you seeing this? Like, this is insane, guys. This is what I'm telling you. If you have all the data in the stock market, and if you know how to understand what a balance sheet is, income statement, cash flow statement, you know how to do an intrinsic value calculation, you're part of our group that has over $44 million of net worth. I mean, come on, guys. You're starting to realize how this is an asymmetrical win. That you're going to get people that when stocks go down, they're going to sell, and if they're good stocks, we're going to get in and we're going to take them. It's like taking candy from a baby. Are you starting to realize the power you have now? Are you guys seeing it? It's like you're playing. That's a bad example. Let me think of an example. It's like you're playing chess with someone, but they're blindfolded. Like they have literally blindfolds, and you can't like that's who you're playing against. You're playing with blind people that don't understand the game, and they're just giving you their money. It's like, here you go, I love you, here you go, right? I love you too, man. This is insane. What an ugly stock. I know it is terrible. Holy shit. Okay, let's keep going. Oh man, that is some let's see the comments. I'm gonna give him a thumbs up, man. I'm gonna give him a thumbs up for just being honest, you know. I'm gonna give him a thumbs up. You know, actually, no, I don't want to encourage this. Never. I'm gonna take it back. I don't want to encourage this behavior. Never mind. I don't want to encourage this. You know. 16.5 trillion all-time high. We're gonna become. You know what I'm gonna do? Imagine you go on YouTube and you say, this stock will make you a trillionaire. It'll squeeze just like AMC, right? And then you can collaborate with all the other AMC people. You say, AMC is going to squeeze tomorrow, I heard. Didn't you hear AMC is going to squeeze? This is a joke. How is it possible? What's the point of the SEC? I don't know. SEC? What's that? Oh my God, guys. Happy Saturday, guys. What the hell's going on, guys? Oh my God. Let's write it back down to 3 pennies, the next RS, and then wash, rinse, and repeat. This guy gets it. This guy's like, no, I don't want to do that. No. This guy's like, nope. Mm-mm. Oh, I mean, at least they have their humor. Dude, take the loss now. Zoom out. Mullen only goes down. How much does he have left? Okay, let's calculate how much this guy has left. Market value. He has $3,800. That's good. Right? Imagine, right? You could put that in AMC, right? And I'm kidding. Do not. Oh, you know, Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. What a joke. Let me see. This is a joke, right? Entertainment, right? Let's see here. Because this is just all a joke. Well, you know me, right? I don't want to make it about Clove, right? 1 year ago, down 200K. Now I'm hood rich and Clove wild fud up buns. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh man, B Rob, this is okay. Here comes another one. Let's see. Dude, it's down 26 trillion. Let's just move on, guys. That's really bad. Possible short squeeze. Let's see this guy's thesis. No one liked it. Everyone's like, shut the hell up. Let's read this guy's. Let's see this guy's Albert Einstein thesis. Let's see. Factoring in he uses a big boy word. He uses the word balance sheet. This guy's the next Warren Buffett here. Let's see, Mr. Substantial Usual 9. Factoring in balance sheets and debt and the amount of shares of public float, there is a high chance of a short squeeze. Compiling the data and using AI to give somewhat accurate range of how many naked shorts there are, it gives about 3 billion to 11 billion naked shorts on this ticker. Hidden in swaps, those naked shorts are profitable, but all it takes is one random good piece of news, or even he even says, a shit merger, or renaming the company, or a new cusp number change for it to blow up share price and could hypothetically go over $100,000 per share with the current float. I bought one share just in case. 1 out of 1,000 chance of it happening. LOL. I'm not saying this company is good investment. It's a shit scam. But it's a nice potential for one biggest short squeeze of all time before it inevitably dies. Let's see. Are you serious? Wow. Imagine enduring billions of dilutive shares and then thinking naked shorts are the problem. Bro, they're trying to eliminate this out of the market because this is a terrible company. It should not be, oh my God. Look at this guy factoring in a balance sheet and debt. Bro, people that are watching this channel, you saw me look at the balance sheet. I pulled it up. They have more debt than they have assets. What factoring in your analysis? Jesus Christ, where'd you get the data from? Right? Where? It's probably wrong data. Jesus Christ. Honestly, all the short squeeze BS became popular after COVID, GME, and all this ever stock. Yeah, absolutely. Mullen is so damn dilutive. You would need a whole new definition of dilution. Yeah. Holy crap, guys. This should be in any course. This is going to be a part of our mastering, just to show. Let's see. $1.35 trillion a share. This is crazy, guys. That doesn't make sense. America's GDP is like what, 25, 28 trillion? Who knows? Maybe the Doge, based off of these people, these Redditors, maybe the government should buy Mullen, and who knows? Maybe it might turn into, if they buy 30 shares, they may get $30 trillion, and maybe they might be able to pay the deficit of the United States. Come on, guys. These people are so silly. They're like, the one share will make me a trillionaire, right? And then it's like, okay, well, then maybe the government should buy 30 of them, right? 8 trillion short squeeze. Let's go, right? The only way you'll make money on this is you do tax loss and then buy a stock that makes money. But the problem is, do you think these people know how to find stocks? They don't. No one's ever taught them. Well, here's another one. Oh my God. Here's another one. Are you ready? You want to see this guy? This is what this guy says. I will buy every dip till moon or bankruptcy. Okay, so let's see how much money. So he's down 25,000. This guy's down 25,000. It's 41% of his portfolio, almost 42%. He has 57,000 shares, and he's down a lot of money. So he will buy every dip until moon or bankruptcy. Good job, man. Good job. Jesus Christ. So stupid. My $55,000 stock has disappeared. Yeah, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Maybe the naked shorts got him. Oh my God. Save yourself. I put my money where my mouth is. Hello to all my haters and shills. Let's ride. Okay. Damn, yeah. So this is another person. He has 27,000 shares, and it's 27% of his portfolio. He lost $24,600, so $24K. And then he only has $2,300 now of this market value. Wow. You could, you could teach these people until you're blue in the face. And they would say, I'm going to buy more shares out of spite, and I will lose another 20K because they're very smart, right? What is that? Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. The bottom is officially in until the next one. 89 cents. Oh my God. Was this? Oh, Ozempic? Okay. One share down 47%. I bought one share. Should I sell or hold? I'm really scared. He's down. He bought one share at $7.50, and he's down half of his money. Oh my God. Let's see the comments on that one. You lost, dude. You could have gotten yourself a Starbucks coffee. Oh my God. Let me see. Buy a second share to average down. Oh my God. I'll wait till payday. It's so sad, guys. I mean, these people really don't. Look at this. Like, what was that? 2 trillion? Holy moly. They're not going to get your money back. The money's gone, guys. The money's gone. It's gone, guys. I doubt it. Maybe, hopefully, maybe from the assets, but good job. This guy actually knows what he's talking about. Good job. Highest revenue to date, but losing 114 in last quarter. Low. Oh my God. Seriously, watch out for Mullen. Better to keep your distance. Look at this guy. This guy hides his portfolio because most likely it's probably all Mullen. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys see that? He's down $64,000. And all he has is 1.6 shares of Mullen. They diluted him so much that he has 1.6 shares now. And each share is worth 30 pennies now. So, right? Well, now it is, because first it used to be worth, because Mullen was $10 a couple months ago. His market value was $17. Now it's like 30 pennies. And he bought a lot of shares, but it got reverse stock split. So now it's one share is like he lost 64K. 64K. Doge, where the hell are you? Like, holy crap. If this guy would have put it in, holy moly, if he would have put it in Clover, 64, let's say 64,000, whatever, divided by 0.6. Now Clover's 3.5. He would have had $377,000 right now. Oh my God. Oh God, this is really sad. He has one share, less than 2 shares, and they're down 60. I mean, this is bad. Well, honestly, I want to see the comment section. I've never seen. Look at this guy. Read this comment. Holy shit. Oh God. Weird flex. I got this beat. Oh. Looks like someone can beat this person. Okay. Good post. Good lesson for others. Absolutely. That's why we were making this YouTube channel, right? So we can learn from these lessons. Damn. Honestly, that's just the word. Damn. Goddamn. Goddamn. Yeah, exactly. Wow. All right, let's see. Let's see more. Was that the worst one? Or could this Reddit be a lot worse? Let's see. Like he hides his portfolio percentage. Like it matters. He hides, like, what are you gonna do? Man, this is terrible, guys. This is so sad. These people are still holding market cap down and to the right. Yeah. This person's probably thinking that this is the next Carvana. Jesus Christ. Maybe they should get a degree in finance. Maybe. Good job, Reddit, promoting a college education, maybe in finance for financial literacy. These people need it. Jesus Christ. The tail of reverse splits. Anywho, guys, that's wow. Okay. Yeah, this is why normal people get screwed. I feel very bad for him. But stupidity is really strong on this one. Yeah. So in conclusion, you can see how understanding financial literacy is important. It's a shame. A lot of these people they probably invested in Mullen and didn't even understand the balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, didn't know how to do an intrinsic. I mean, I can give you an example right now. Let me show you. I'm just curious, what's the so this is our software. It gives you price target. So it shows me as of right now, Mullen's price target bull case is 27 pennies. You see it right here. And the recession is 23 pennies. The problem is this is with the free cash flow of that. Their free cash flow 0. So you put 0, what's the share count? 0. The stock has no business. So it's 0. So the problem is a lot of people don't have access to this information. If you go to Bloomberg Terminal and you try to get a thing, it's $2,500 a month. People can't afford that, right? People can't afford $2,500 a month. That's like almost a mortgage, right? So it's like a mortgage, guys. So people don't have that money, and that's why I created the stock terminal, right? That's why I created it. And ultimately, that's kind of what it is. I was able, I'm able to use this information to help make sure that I know what I'm talking about, right? In terms of, because I'm putting my money in this, and this is my hard-earned money, and you get financial independence if you have money. It doesn't quite give you happiness, but it gives you the ability to find happiness. It's also an amplification of character. So a lot of lessons learned here. You can see You really got to dig deep. I don't care about all the companies I invest in. I'm not emotionally attached. Like one of the stocks I talked about is Clover. I'm not emotionally attached to it. If they show me that they're a shit company, I'm going to leave. Right. At the end of the day, they don't deserve my capital if they're not worth my capital. As of right now, they deserve my capital. They're working hard. They deserve every bit of it. But it's hard to assess that if you don't know the financial terms. Um, Sadly, a lot of these people that you see on the Reddit, they're all going to say the stock market's a scam. I don't want to be in the stock market. It's a scam. And it's unfortunate because no, it's not a scam. It's a way to really make your money. Then there's something called a wheel strategy. You're going to start seeing, we're going to make anywhere between, 100 to 800,000 a month per month. That's how much money we're going to make. And it's going to be insane. But that's just what it is when you do smart investing. In fact, today marks one of Berkshire Hathaway's annual report. I was watching some of it when I was having some breakfast. And he said that, real estate's tough because, you're buying a distressed property and then it just takes a lot more time versus there's just a lot more opportunity when it comes to securities, AKA stocks. And you don't, sometimes you don't have to buy every day or every week or every month or every year. You can wait for an opportunity to present themselves, especially for Berkshire Hathaway's large length. They're trying to invest 5 to 10, maybe 20, $50 billion. And it's hard to invest that. So you have to wait until opportunities arise. And that's pretty much what that is, right? So there's that. Let me just answer some of these questions here. Yes, I will be doing earnings. I will have to set it up. But yes, I'm doing it. I'll be doing the earnings for Clover Health. If these people knew math, they knew it's impossible to get any money back. Exactly. And then you have the legal team, lawyers trying to, well, if you pay us some money, then we can help you get something. Maybe. Again, I'm sure the lawyers are going to have to charge them a fee, and they're probably going to have to pay. Maybe I've never had to do it. Maybe I'm wrong on that process, but I think don't lawyers charge for time? So it's a doggy dog world, guys. I agree. Yep, I'm doing the earnings. It wasn't allowed. It's one of the best cash flows for shorts. Oh, what's a wheel? Yeah. So we're going to be talking about that. It's pretty much covered calls and cash secured puts on stocks that you would want to own on good quality companies, not crap companies. And essentially, you're pretty much renting out in a way, kind of putting insurance on your shares. We'll explain it later. It's part of going to be on our lifetime access. And the money that we're going to make, we can reinvest and compound, or I'm going to buy real estate because I enjoy the real estate game. I enjoy it a lot. I like negotiating and all these things. And yeah. So guys, that's pretty much it for Mullen. I don't think I'm going to talk about it anymore. I just wanted to just show you. I got a little upset looking at these numbers and seeing these people get scammed. And this is real money, guys. They're getting scammed. I mean, as of right now, we saw 4 portfolios, maybe $150,000 of loss. That's $150,000. And that's just me scrolling for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, less. So imagine the millions of dollars, billions that was lost. All because they couldn't understand math. So I hope this was a good lesson that we went over. You want to run your life like Apple, right? Like a well-oiled machine, to a point where as you do that, as time goes, you will make more money, to a point where I could sit and watch this company and be like, oh my God, I'm worth more than this company. Unbelievable. Right? But that's because I practice solid financial discipline. Right? I haven't looked at it. I already need to look at it. Bring it on the lifetime on the chat, and we'll take use our software. But speaking of space, we do have a space section that you can talk about. We do believe the next iteration of money will flow into space travel, right? Okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we do not hype. We are grounded in the numbers, and we're grounded in the data. Okay. So love you all, and I'll see you on the next one. For everyone who wants access to the softwares that you see presented in this video and want to be able to have an educational platform to equip you and access to over $44.5 million of people that have that kind of money and see how they think, we are running a sale, SaaS, which is a subscription. So SaaS is the coupon code, and it'll give you $1,200 off lifetime access. We want to thank our partners at Affirm for valuing us and being able to use their leveraging financial package to be able to buy this lifetime access for our American and Canadian members. God bless you all, and I'll see you on the next one.